Hello students, today we are going to take the poem The World is Mine by Joy Lovelet Crawford. There are so many things in this world which God has gifted us. Do we realize how blessed we are? The same thing is said about in the poem by the poet. So should we start? Today on a bus, I saw a lovely girl with silken hair. I envied her. She seemed so gay, and I wished I was so fair. So the poet met or encountered, the poet saw a lovely girl with silken hair, with very beautiful hair. I envied her. Envied her was jealous of her. Envied her was jealous of her. Why? Because she looked so beautiful. I envied her. She seemed so gay. Gay, happy, cheerful. She looked so happy, and I wished I was so fair. Fair here means beautiful. Fair here means beautiful. So after seeing the beautiful girl, the poet thought, why the poet isn't so beautiful like the girl, so cheerful, so gay, so happy. When suddenly she rose to live, she got up to live because they were in the bus. I saw her hobble down the aisle. Hobble means to walk with a limb unsteadily. Maybe she had some problem with her legs, and that's why she was not walking properly. What is aisle? Aisle is the passage between two rows of seats. In the bus, you have seats at both the sides. The middle passage is known as aisle. Okay, the middle passage is known as aisle. How is the pronunciation of the word? It's aisle. Okay, it's aisle. What is aisle? Passage between two rows of seats. Passage between two rows of seats. Okay. So, what happened? The poet saw a beautiful girl in the bus. She looked so happy, so cheerful, and that's why the poet was jealous. When suddenly she rose to live, I saw her hobble down the aisle. When she was walking between the rows, she was limping. Oh God, forgive me when I whine. I have two legs, the world is mine. At that time the poet realized, my God, God has not given her two legs, but God has given me two legs. I am blessed, I am lucky. I am lucky that I have two legs to walk around everywhere. And that's why I should not whine. Whine means to complain. Whine means to complain. What does whine means? To complain. Whine means to complain. So, oh God, forgive me when I whine. I have two legs. The world is mine. The world is mine. The poet realizes that with a limping leg, the girl is so happy, and with two legs, I am still not happy. I should not complain. God has given me so much. I am so lucky. So understood the first stanza? Now the second one. And then I stopped to buy some sweets. The lad who sold them had such charm. After getting down from the bus, the poet stopped for buying some sweets. The lad means the boy, who was selling them was very good looking. I talked with him. He seemed so calm, and if I were late, it would do no harm. It's nice, and as I left, he said to me, I thank you, you have been so kind. It's nice to talk with folks like you. You see, I am blind. Oh God, forgive me when I whine. I have two eyes, the world is mine. Now in the second stanza, when the poet stepped down from the bus, the poet brought some sweets. And the boy who was selling the sweet was very good. He was very quiet, calm, and the poet talked with After talking with him for some time, the boy thanked the poet. Why? He said that people usually don't give him so much time because he is blind. Now at that time the poet realized what does the poet realize? That even after not having eyes, even after not being able to see the world, the lad is happy, he is calm, he is not grumbling. So why should I grumble when God has given me two eyes to see this beautiful world? Isn't it reality? Many things that we possess, people around don't have. But what we are doing? We are always complaining, we are always grumbling, we are always whining. Why God didn't give us so much? So in the second stanza, you understood? He stepped down from the bus, he purchased some sweets, he talked with the boy thanked him, the boy was very calm, and when the poet was taking leave, what the boy said? He thanked the poet. Why? Because he said people don't usually talk to him because he is blind. Now the third stanza. Later walking down the street, I saw a child with eyes of blue, very beautiful eyes. He stood and watched the others play. It seemed he knew not what to do. He was watching everyone playing, but he was standing at one place. I stopped a moment. Then I said, why don't you join the others? I stopped. I asked the poet asked the boy, why don't you play with others? Why are you observing? How can children stand still now when other children are playing? He looked ahead without a word, and then I knew he could not hear. He didn't look at the poet. Why? Because he was unable to listen what the poet was saying. He was deaf. The children who can't listen, can't speak. You imagine how quiet their world must be. At that time, oh God, forgive me when I whine. I have 2 years, the world is mine. The poet realizes that the boy was so still. He was not complaining, he was not grumbling when he was observing so much hustle and bustle in front of him, the children playing in front of him. So, what? The poet realizes that he should thank God because he has been complaining and he is blessed. He has no right to complain. Now the last stanza. With legs to take me where I will go, with eyes to see the sunset's glow, with ears to hear what I would know. Oh God, forgive me when I whine. I am blessed indeed. The world is mine. Indeed, truly. So in the last stanza, the poet says, I have 2 legs to go wherever I want. I have 2 eyes to see the glow of the sunset. I have ears, I can listen each and every sound around me. Oh God, you just forgive me. Because I know, I have realized I am lucky, I am blessed, I have everything in the world. I have nothing to grumble about, nothing to complain about. And that's why I know I am thankful to you. You see, when you realize that the gifts God has given you, you feel calm, you feel happy, and at that time you are grateful to God because He has given you so much. So in this poem, in the 4 stanzas, the poet has beautifully described how we should be grateful for what we have, what God has given to us, and with these things with us, we can surely win the world. Yes, there are so many people who have overcome their adversities. We always hide behind our handicaps, our problems in life. That is not something we should do. We should face it and we should be happy. We should be satisfied with what we have. In the first stanza, the poet meets the girl who is hobbling. That time the poet realizes that The poet is lucky to have two legs. In the second stanza, the poet meets a boy who is blind. That time the poet realizes that he should be thankful he has two eyes to see the world. In the third stanza, the poet meets a child who is not able to hear and speak. At that time, the poet realizes how blessed he is. And in the last stanza, the poet summarizes and realizes the events of the day. And he is thankful to God that the God has given him everything. Okay, so you might have understood the poem, and I hope you might have learned a lot from the poem itself. So, will you be grateful for whatever God has given to you? Yes? You can subscribe to the channel and to enrich, as I always say, to enrich your English and to go through to learn some more beautiful poems like these and others writing skills and grammar part. Thank you.